Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to an edition of the news. I guess I'll just call it the mainstream behaviour news, really, because I wasn't going to put a video out. As you can see, I'm not at home at the moment. Friends have come down to visit, and we're doing some other stuff here as well, some research, but I thought I would put a video out on this topic because I think it's important for people to know that this is going on quite a lot now. The unjust behaviour of employers towards their employees in light of this absolute nonsense that has not only captivated the world but seems to have turned most people's brains into mush. So that said, I just wanted to really just mention briefly what this little rant is about. Many will know that I worked at Bournemouth Football Club for about 6 years now, and with the advent of this agenda being rolled out, because that's what it is, people at the club have become a little bit more, let's say, quietly dissatisfied with my opinions on it all. Problem is, my opinions aren't based just on opinions. They're based on good, solid research and facts, right? We will go into that in another video about why I know that these facts are certain, because one of my friends that is here works in that line of work. So there you go. But what happened was, thank you. So what happened was that a little while back, I went to the football club to sign in like I normally would do to work for the day's match. And I was told in no uncertain terms by a supervisor who was sat at his desk, without even looking at me, that unless I have test results, I don't have to bother coming to work. So the gist of the conversation, by the way, he was doing this, humiliating me in front of a whole group of people, stewards who were in the steward's room. So that happened on the Sunday, a week and a half ago. I said to him in front of everybody, because I had to watch the words I would say, because I thought someone would be listening, who knows, somebody might even be recording the conversation. So I said to him, okay, I'll get back to you on that. And I left. Now, the thing about this is, not only is it very peculiar to just, let a story like that, after 6 years of working somewhere, to just simply flippantly go, all right, whatever, and let me just leave the room. That I found very odd. Second thing I found odd was that he said to me, well, there's test kits in the cupboard, like amongst the spare pens and the envelopes or whatever, So that was the second thing, because he knew I wasn't going to do it. But the third thing, most disturbingly, is nobody got back in touch with me. They allowed the situation to come to a head where I had to leave the club, and nobody followed up on a call to see how I was. Not that I needed any sympathy, because I don't. And not that I feel myself being a victim in all of this, because I don't. Because in actual fact, the people who have bought it are the victims, aren't they? That's the way I'm looking at it, and that's the way you have to look at it. We're the ones with the strength, we know. Right? So nobody bothered phoning me at all. I called the club on Tuesday to ask if I could please have an explanation and all that, and I wanted to have my day in court, as it were. And I didn't get a phone call until the Wednesday, 3 days later. Right. Now you have to ask yourself, this behaviour demonstrated by the club, the football club that day, right? This is going on everywhere, literally everywhere. You would have just seen Ellie in the shot just now, right? The stuff they have to, in the health sector, for example, that they have to endure is, it's so scandalous and deplorable, it just beggars belief, and it's hard to find the words, because it defeats all sense of logic. It's gone beyond just carrying out orders, Governor. This has got really, really bad now, and I'm trying to put my finger on how to kind of digest that without it letting it affect you too much. But anyway, long-winded chit-chat, but I just wanted to get that off my chest a little bit, because I think it's important that people know. So if it affects you as well, you're not alone, right? You're not alone. But something has to be done about it. Legal representation is not an option. I tried that when I got kicked off a bus on the way to Poole from Bournemouth. All the legal, possible legal representation that I could have got, all ran for cover. Nobody cared. We don't have that expertise. You know, it's fob off after fob off, time and time again now, and it's been going on now for 2 years. So I just wanted to put that message out, really, because there are a lot of people affected by this in a big, big way. Here in the UK, I can't talk for other countries, but I can talk for here in the UK, and that's why it's absolutely imperative that those of us in the UK club together, get together, because it's going to be a question of time before you can't leave the country again and all that. So you need to gel together with the resources you have in your plot of land, as in your country. And that's where I'm focusing my attention now. And of course, my daughter who lives in Germany. But this is where we're at. We have to start really thinking about, you know, sustainability, but not in the Agenda 2030 way, right? But in a way that really is beneficial to us all as individuals and as a collective. So, you know, but anyway, on that note, I just wanted to, you know, put the video out just to say that, because I thought it was important. I'm furious. I'm still furious now. And this is the thing, you're left with nowhere to go. Who do I go to complain about it? I can't go to the club to complain about it, because it's the very club who's telling me to not come to work, to not get a jab. And here's the thing, not to get a jab, but to not have a test. If I don't, you know, if I don't have a test, I can't come to work. But here's another thing, and I like to make this clear right at the end. This is the point where you have to look at these signs and go, that is a giveaway. My safety officer told me a few weeks ago, when they were worried there was going to be an event on their doorstep on the football club, and I was kind enough to involve them in on the conversation. It's called courtesy, you see. He told me on the phone that Bournemouth Football Club keep the attendance under 10,000 supporters, so they don't have to check every individual's paperwork to see if they've been tested positive or if they've had their vaccines, right? So if that's the case, what are you kicking someone out for who's worked there 6 years because he's not handed in a test result? Because it's clearly not about health, is it? I'll leave that thought with you, see what you think about that. But if people don't get their heads around that, then I'm afraid I don't want to know you. You're beyond all help, and you're part of the problem, not the solution. So on that note, it's goodbye from Ellie, who's here, and it's goodbye from me. We're going to be putting a video out soon. You know, there's going to be a lot of initiatives coming up, so get used to some videos coming out on all sorts of topics, including old world and all that sort of stuff, because it is all connected. We know it is, and it's time to start connecting the dots sooner rather than later and getting it out there as quick as possible. But anyway, talk again soon. Thank you for supporting my channel, those of you who look in, and we'll talk again whenever we can. So see you all soon, some of you sooner. Ta-ta for now, take care, bye-bye.